Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to a new cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Uyi Agumofwebe. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nigecomsat with its parameters showing on your screen. President Bola Tinubu has approved a request by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, to utilize the 2023 final dividends due to the Federation to pay for petrol subsidy. The president also reportedly approved the suspension of the payment of 2024 interim dividends to the Federation in order to augment NNPC Limited's cash flow. The development, it is believed, will make it impossible for the national oil company to remit taxes and royalties to the Federation account for now, given what it called subsidy shortfall and foreign exchange differential. Fuel scarcity has once again hit the capital city, Abuja, causing long queues and frustration among residents. As commuters scramble to fulfill and fill their tanks, the disparity in fuel prices across different stations is adding to consumers' woes. Global Television's Queen Agaba went to town and filed in this report.
Reporting from one of the busiest fuel stations here in Abuja, what can be seen is a common sight these days, with endless lines of vehicles waiting for hours just to get a few liters of fuel. The situation has become critical, with NNPC outlets selling fuel at 617 naira per litre, while other stations sell over 700 naira.
Along this line now, you have people selling even 1,000 per litre. There is no fuel. We are here not because we can't go and queue there, but they don't even open. In their signboard, 1,000, 80, 900, they don't have fuel.
There has been different in prices depending on the filling station. Some are selling 690, some are selling 680, depending on the filling station. But I think this is the cheapest of it all.
I am not happy about calling myself Giant of Africa, where my government are now doing the needful for the citizens. It's very, very annoying.
Here, NNPC is 617. Other filling stations are selling 690, 700. So people prefer to come here because it's cheaper, 617 compared to 700 at least.
The impact of this fuel crisis extends beyond the pump, affecting daily business operations and even transportation fares, which has seen a significant rise. Some residents have, however, called for fuel subsidy to be brought back and for the government to take decisive measures to curb fuel scarcity.
The removal of subsidy brought us to this level. I think if it should be reversed back, or anything possible about that, I think that should be the solution.
We've seen people that did a partial withdrawal. We've now seen people that did 100% withdrawal. So we have seen it. The issue is that it should be returned.
As long fuel queues continue to stretch across Abuja, residents are left grappling with the harsh realities of price disparities. While the NNPC outlets maintain a price of 617 naira per litre, other stations are selling at over 700 naira, adding further strain on commuters and businesses alike. Commuters are calling for a sustainable solution to the nation's fuel supply challenges. For now, the frustration on the streets grows as Abuja residents wait for relief that seems long overdue. For Global Television, Queen Agaba reported.
Thank you for following that development for Global Television. Now let's turn to Benue State, where the governor, Hyacinth Alia, says providing digital infrastructure will pave the way for technology advancement in the state. Governor Alia said this when he toured the Galaxy Backbone's Uptime Certified Tier 3 Data Center, Security Operations Center, and Network Operations Center in Abuja. The governor noted that Galaxy Backbone's collaboration with Benue Digital Infrastructure Company is set to enhance the state's digital landscape, providing the technological backbone required for effective governance, economic growth, and improved public services. Meanwhile, Benue State government has embarked on the comprehensive renovation and upgrade of the Upper Aku Stadium. The project, which is valued at billions of naira, is aimed at transforming the stadium to an international standard sports complex. The state governor, Hyacinth Alia, expressed his optimism that the revitalized stadium will help reclaim Benue's former glory in sports, particularly football. Global Television's correspondent Aisha Larey Musa has more.
The Aperaku Stadium, originally initiated by the Second Republic civilian governor Aperaku, is a multi-purpose sports complex with facilities that include football fields, basketball courts, athletic tracks, and tennis courts, among others. With a seating capacity of 20,000, it has hosted several notable events, including the finals of the prestigious FA Cup, now known as the Federation Cup. Governor Hyacinth Alia, speaking on the renovation efforts, emphasized his administration's commitment to transform Benue State into a hub of sports activities in Nigeria. He highlighted that the upgraded stadium will not only boost the state's revenue and engage the youth in sports, but also serve as a unifying force for the state.
Football is very unitive. And if I need anything in this state, I need unity. I need unity from all segments. In all families, once it comes to football in Benue, everybody comes out.
The State Commissioner for Youth Sports and Creativity, Tekimbe Ekenge, noted that the stadium has long been in a state of disrepair, depriving young athletes of the opportunity to hone their talents. He expressed confidence that the phased renovation will yield significant benefits for the state's sports development.
For economic gains as well, if we have hosting rights to competitions like CAF, FIFA, you know that it's going to turn around the economic fortunes of the state, because anytime there's a game that is supposed to be played here, tickets will be bought, hotels will be booked, food will be sold. So a whole lot of this, a chain of activities, and it's going to help the state so much.
Ebi Egbe, the contractor in charge of the renovation, assured that his team is working tirelessly to meet the completion deadline set for before the next Premier League season. He detailed the planned upgrades, which will align the stadium's facilities with FIFA and CAF standards.
We're constructing not just the pitch, we're also doing the athletic track, triple jump area, complete seat, total revamping of the stadium to meet FIFA and CAF standards.
Upon completion in 2 months, it is anticipated that not only will the lobbyists and sports enthusiasts return to the stadium, but Benue State may also secure the rights to host international sporting events. From Makodi, Aisha Larey Musa reporting for Global Television.
Thank you, Aisha, for bringing us the report from Benue State. President Bola Tinubu has embarked on a trip to France, departing from Abuja, the nation's capital. Although the presidency did not state the purpose of Tinubu's visit, Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Ajire Ngalale, said Tinubu will return to the country after his brief work stay in Europe. The federal government has raised concerns over the increasing number of attacks on humanitarian workers across Nigeria, calling for urgent measures to protect those working in conflict zones. The Federal Commissioner of the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, Tijani Ahmed, who spoke at a press conference in Abuja to mark World Humanitarian Day 2024, revealed a disturbing rise in the frequency and severity of attacks on aid workers. The federal government has mandated all higher institutions in the country to regularly submit their matriculation lists to the Federal Ministry of Education no later than 3 months after matriculation ceremonies. The list, according to the government, must be submitted through the dedicated channel of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB. The initiative, it says, is one of the recommendations made by a committee set up by the federal government to combat fake degree mills or racketeers in the country. You're watching News Cycle, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When the news returns, Customs Controller General hosts Team Nigeria's wrestlers following 2024 Paris Olympics. Please stay with us. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of News Cycle. Thank you so very much for your time with us. And out of business, the National Emergency Management Agency says it has delivered 1,528.2 metric tons of assorted grains to support the locals in Jigawa State. In a statement posted on X, the agency noted that the distribution was approved by President Bola Tinubu and managed by the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security for allocation to vulnerable Nigerians across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. The statement says this distribution is from the 42,000 metric tons of assorted food commodities from the National Strategic Reserve. The federal government has disclosed that sales of crude oil to Dangote Refinery and other local refineries will commence October 1, 2024. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, made the announcement during a meeting with the Implementation Committee in Abuja. According to a post on the official X page of the Finance Ministry, the meeting was to review progress on key initiatives. The Director General of the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission, Jobsin Ewalefu, has vowed to streamline public-private partnership PPP processes to accelerate infrastructure development, bridge the attendance gaps, and stimulate economic growth. He said that public-private partnerships are vital for advancing development across all sectors and need strategic procedures and crucial steps to improve their delivery, considering Nigeria's facility gaps. Ewalefu also promised that the Commission would, within the ambit of the law, resolve all encumbrances that hamper the execution of projects, so long as such projects are bankable and viable, important to the Nigerian people, and deliver value for money. And now, beyond the shores of Nigeria, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Ukraine, the Foreign Ministry said, weeks after Kiev condemned him for hugging President Vladimir Putin during a visit to the traditionally ally Russia. New Delhi's Foreign Ministry did not give a date for the visit to Poland and Ukraine, but Indian media reports suggest it will occur later this week. In the meantime, thousands of outraged Indian protesters, including arch-rival football fans and lawyers, have called for justice after the rape and murder of a doctor as widespread strikes by health workers entered a second week. The discovery of the 31-year-old doctor's bloodied body at a state-run hospital in the eastern city of Kolkata on August 9 had sparked medical strikes and protests across India, channeling anger at the chronic issue of violence against women. Doctors' associations from government-run hospitals in many cities across India continue strikes that cut non-essential services. The murdered doctor was found in the teaching hospital's seminar hall, suggesting she had gone there for a break during a 36-hour-long shift. Quite a sad tale there. Away from Asia now, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in Israel to push for a Gaza truce, which says ongoing negotiations were maybe the last chance to reach an agreement to end the war. Herzog, who holds a largely ceremonial role, says Israelis wanted to see the return as soon as possible of hostages still held in Gaza since the October 7 attack that triggered the war. In auto sports, the Controller General of the Nigeria Customs Service, Adewale Adeniyi, has hosted Team Nigeria wrestlers at the just concluded Paris Olympic Games while commending them for their patriotism and strong representation of the country for reaching the semi-finals and quarter-finals. During an event in Abuja where he hosted the athletes and their officials, Adeniyi expressed confidence that with the right support and environment, the wrestlers will soon return to medal-winning form. He emphasized that the celebration of their efforts, despite the lack of medals, serves as an inspiration for younger athletes, demonstrating that the Federation and the country value the dedication and hard work invested in every endeavor, regardless of the outcome. Thierry Henry has officially resigned from his position as head coach of the France Under-21 national team. The announcement made by the French Football Federation confirmed that Henry's departure was due to personal reasons. Renowned football journalist Fabrizio Romano reported the news stating that Henry had decided to terminate his contract with the team. Romano added that the reasons for Henry's decision were described as personal. And that's the full circle on the news here, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja, on Global Television. Just a reminder that we are on DSTV channel 365, Star Times channel 276, and free to air on Nigecomsat with all its parameters showing on your screen. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using our Global TV NG and other handles as you now see on your screen. I am Uyi Agumofwegbe saying a big thank you to you for watching. Coming up at top of the hour is Big Talk with Edikan Michael.